My name is Estelle Brink and I'm with Jericho Walls International Prayer Network. The past few weeks we've looked at various aspects of what it means to be a watchman on the wall. There is one aspect of being a watchman that I've not heard many people speak of, and that is the prayer life of a night watchman. Now, in every congregation, every city and across the board, God has raised up a very special number of people, those who are passionate to pray at night. Now, I just want to say that the capacity to pray at night as a lifestyle is not something that you gain overnight. I know a few people who are truly night watchmen. They get up to pray anything from 2 to 3 a.m. to about 5 to 6 a.m. And they've been doing it for decades. So to pray in the night hours is something that's possible for anyone. But to cultivate a lifestyle of praying at night is something that is built over time. I remember one of my mentors telling us as a team back in 2004 that it takes about 6 months to firmly establish a new habit of prayer. Of course, we didn't believe him, so we started out carving into the night hours in prayer. But after 3 months, we were tired, we were grumpy, and we didn't feel so spiritual anymore. So most of us gave up at that time. I'm not saying that it will be as hard for you as it was for me to establish the night watch, but it certainly has its unique challenges. When we know about these challenges up front, it can help us go about establishing the night watch with more wisdom. So let's start by asking a question I'm sure is in your mind right now. How do you know if you are called to pray in the night? What does the night watchman do? What is so special about praying at night? What time of night is best to spend in prayer? And these are some of the questions we will answer. But simply put, a night watchman, in my opinion, is simply someone who loves to pray at night when the sun is down. How do you recognize this taking form in your own life? Have you found that when you go to bed, your mind starts praying through all the different matters the Holy Spirit brings to mind, and before you realize it, 1 or 2 hours have gone by? Or have you found a few hours after you've gone to sleep, you wake up as clear as day and you find yourself already praying? We often find ourselves praying through similar things continuously during the day, but when this starts to happen in the night, it simply implies that your spirit is awake at night and there's something like a special grace to continue prayer and praying in the night. It is possible that the Lord alerts us to pray at night for a season or for an assignment for some weeks or months. But when you find yourself waking up and praying like this night after night, for almost never skipping a night and for some years already, the Holy Spirit has been molding you into a night watchman. And that means that the bulk of your prayers take place at night, when you pray uninterrupted, focused, and without the usual distractions we face in the daytime. Now, I want to say that being a night watchman doesn't mean you don't pray in the day hours. No. Usually, the Holy Spirit starts to spur on those who are already filling their day hours with prayer to also add on night hours. So let us look at biblical watches spent and spoken of in the Bible. The first one is Psalm 63, verse 6. When I remember you on my bed, I meditate on you in the night watches. Also Psalm 119, verse 148. My eyes are awake through the night watches, that I may meditate on your word. Lamentations 2, verse 19 says, Arise, cry out in the night. At the beginning of the watches, pour out your heart like water before the face of the Lord. Lift your hands towards him for the life of your young children, who faint from hunger at the head of every street. Now, the watches in biblical times started and ended differently for the Jews as to for the Romans, but generally a watch is a period of 3 hours. When we look at the Smith's Bible dictionary, it explains it like this. The Jews, like the Greeks and Romans, divided the night into military watches instead of hours, each watch presenting a period that sentinels remained on duty. Jews recognized 3 such watches, entitled the first watch, or the beginning of the watches, that we read of in Lamentations 2:19, and this is usually from sunset to 10 p.m. Then the middle watch, as we read of in Judges 7 verse 19, which is from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And then the morning watch, which we read of in 1 Samuel 11 verse 11, from 2 a.m. to sunrise. But after the establishment of the Roman supremacy, the number of watches was increased to 4, and these are described as follows and is used in the New Testament. The first watch is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., the second watch from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m., and then the third watch from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m., and the fourth watch from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Now, in the next session, we will begin to look into what times Jesus prayed, how he organized his prayer times through the night, and the impact it had that we still experience today.